Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy and welcome to another video of Daily Race A. I know I should stay away from this, but for some reason I'm drawn to it like a fly to fly picture. And I get hit for 13,000 BR. So stick around, see what happens. Before we get to the action, if you'd be so kind as to hit the like and or subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, so what this whole Daily Race A thing has to do with me and why I have not been hitting the FIAs lately is because I am trying to complete all the trophies in Gran Turismo as well as all the achievements. And I've got all of the achievements done but the fastest laps and some photos. But the trophies are the ones I'm going after. So record number of wins, I need 91 victories to match that of Michael Schumacher's. Record number of races, I need 322 races, which I probably would have got anyway if I just stuck with the FIA races. I also need the Certified Genius Trophy, which is for matching Ayrton Senna's record of 65 pole positions. So I need 65 pole positions, need 91 victories and 322 races. And then I will also need the trophy for level 50, which would be Ultimate Driver. So once I reach level 50, I can get the Ultimate Driver trophy. I'm at like 49 and a quarter, or 48 and a quarter rather. So I've got about 1.75 levels to go before I can reach level 50. So that is what I'm doing, slumming down here in Daily Race A, is just trying to rack up wins and races and pole positions and fastest laps and all of that, so I can get those trophies and all that nonsense knocked away so I can put my OCD to rest. That is what I'm trying to do. So let's move on to the race where I got hit for the big DR loss. It was brutal. Let's check this out. So here we go. Here's the race. Started off well. I'm sitting in pole position. I'm like, yeah, I get to knock those little pole positions off. And I'm thinking, okay, just got to work to get a fastest lap in here somewhere. Maybe knock one of those fastest laps off. And hopefully, if everything goes well, maybe get a victory. Not all about the victory. You also still got to get those poles in those fastest laps. So get over to the right side here. I'm going to brake at the end of the fencing on the right. Get on the brakes nicely. Drop her down in third gear. Cut as much of this corner as I can. Get back on the gas. Now I'm going to go out a little bit wide and then cut it inside. And that's when Michael sends it to the inside. So I can't get back in on my line like I want to. I'm a little aggravated about that. It was sent from pretty far and whatever. It worked for him. So anyway, I got back into his bumper to send it back on him. Just to show him that I was aggravated. Because in these Daily Race A's, if you let people know that you're 100% clean, you won't push back a little. They'll absolutely take total advantage of you. So Berg sends it down the inside there. Fairly clean move. Let him go ahead and go through. I'm going to try and catch him later. So he goes in tight there to protect that inside line. Now you'll see that because so many dive bombers on the inside line. So he heads down on the inside to protect that inside line. So far, nothing major, just a little bit of bumping, a little bit of rubbing, but no major incidents up to this point. So now I'm getting a good run here on Berg, going through these S curves, heading towards his final left-hander before we go up the hill. So I really need to be a little bit faster through there, but that's okay. I get on the throttle here, just want to hold it down, just lift a little bit right here, keeping it around 120s as I accelerate coming out. Get a good run before the braking zone here at the 150. So get on the brakes nicely at the 150. I'm about to turn in. Look at the rearview mirror. Here it comes, and bam! The Wigmeister hits me from behind and gives me a 5-second penalty. Now, I don't know if Gran Turismo Sport watches my videos. I am 100% certain they probably do not. How do you even explain that? How does your AI even come up with that as some type of acceptable penalty? I was a mile in front of the guy. I was in the braking zone. I was turning into the corner, and the guy behind me fails to brake and just smokes me from behind, and I get 5 seconds. Makes no sense at all. I wonder if they just can't even be testing the game. They just can't be. There's just no way. So now I got to serve my 5 seconds, and if you look in the rearview mirror, you can see them coming. Here they come. Here they come, the bastards. Here they come. Yeah. Yeah, so I got one to the left and I got one to the right coming down the inside. I brake a little bit late there because I'm just trying to avoid getting hit from behind. Works out for me. As you can see, they kill each other in my rearview mirror. Get on the gas again. I'm like, okay, it's not the end of the world. It's not terrible. Not terrible. I got the 5-second penalty. That was, I guess, a pretty egregious penalty on my part for braking to turn right. So, but I'm only 4 seconds off the lead right here going in the S's. So with 2 laps to go, you never know what might happen. You know, he might break late in a corner or something like that. So a top 3, top 2 finish, still possible, maybe even a victory. Crazier things have happened. So I'm just going to stay with it. I get back into the race and break just a tiny bit late there, but not the end of the world. Get down into second gear, slinger around the corner, heading down the straight. And I look up at the time. I'm like, wow, I'm down to 3.5 seconds already, just really 1 corner. So I'm like, well, I keep this up by the end of this lap, I could be within a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds, put some pressure on him. Get on the brakes too late. I'm thinking about how to catch him, and I miss my braking point, go wide. Tires are dirty. So I'm coming through this corner, don't really notice it so much. Get on the gas as I'm coming out, and there's just no grip. It just slings out. So get a 1.5 second penalty for hitting the wall. Like, again, you're going to have to explain to me why I need a 1.5 second penalty. I just ran off the track and hit the wall. It's not like I was making up any time. So I pull over to the right here again to serve my penalty. I was pretty sure play too late was going to pass me up on the left. And then nothing happens. The penalty doesn't go down. So that kind of threw me off. So it caused me to brake late for this corner because I was just kind of like, wait a minute, why didn't I just serve my penalty right there? It was the penalty zone. Anyway, so I was just shaking my head. I was like, great. So now that takes the fastest lap out of play for me as I make a move down the inside of play too late. Now, I will say this about play too late. He drove me very clean here at the back of the pack, and that's not a normal occurrence. And I was a little bit frustrated, and I got a little bumpy with him later on in this race, and kind of wish I hadn't looking back. And so, play too late. You know, tip of the hat to you, sir. You're a clean racer. I appreciate that. So again, brake just a hair late again there. I was aggravated that now I couldn't even go for the fastest lap because this 1.5 second penalty is not going to be served until the following lap. So I was like, so now I can get just the pole position. I can't even get the fastest lap. So that's rather annoying. So brake about the right spot this time, not too late. A little bit late, but not too late. Actually stay on the track this time. And you can see the gentleman in front of me has a 1 second penalty. The Wigmeister, the guy that gave me the 5 seconds. And originally I had thought it was Michael Alvion that had given me the 5 second penalty. So I was a little double aggravated with him this race. Shouldn't have been, but I was. So Drive for Christ there gets loose going in the corner, kind of alters my line coming through. And then he swings across the track. I thought for sure I was dead right there, but luckily it was right at where the penalty zone was, so he went through me as I ghosted. But that gives play till late another opportunity to send it down the inside. He does. I try to hold it into the inside on that apex, just unable to do so. So I didn't want to come down on his car. So he looks like he's going to protect the inside line, so I go outside to in here, and I get a really nice run on him into the S's. And I'm like, and I'm letting off there. I'm trying not to hit him, but I got into his quarter panel there, and then he's getting loose coming out this corner. As these Ferraris are just really squirrely if you sling their weight around. As you can see right there, he slings it back to the right. He gets sideways. I tap his quarter panel, and I get another second penalty. Okay, now, had he gotten sideways, that would have never happened. And it's not his fault. He wasn't trying to be dirty or anything. But I'm just like, shaking my head. So right here, I just let go of the steering wheel. I'm like, forget it. I tap him again. I'm sure that didn't help. So after all was said and done, I finished 6th, and I lose 13,000 DR. Check this out. So as you can see there, I was right around 53,000 DR, losing a little bit from doing these daily races A's, but no big deal. And I dropped all the way down to 40,106. I mean, let's just face it, it's just inexcusable for Gran Turismo Sport. They should do better. But there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm going to move on to the next race, which was actually quite a good race. So as you can see, the separation between me and P1 was a mere 600ths of a second. Is that a foreshadow for what is going to happen in this race? Is it going to be that tight? We're going to find out here shortly. So I revved the engine on my Tour de France blue Ferrari. Yeah. Throw traction control on one. Launch it. So I'm going to peg out first gear. Drop the traction control back to 0. Get over to my radar and brake here at the end of the fence. Want to move to the inside, and there is someone there. So get hit again. So get slung off the track, or re-enter the track there and get a little bit into the side of S. Dot. Sorry about that, S. Dot. I was just trying to get back into the race after Mr. Deadhead escorted me off of the track. How rude. So get on the brakes there, as Butch Texas looked like he was feeling a little ornery, wanted to set him down to the inside, but he was unable to do so. So heading towards the Florida turn here, as this looks like the peninsula of Florida. Get on the brakes nicely, drop her down to third. A little deep there, a little deeper than I wanted to be, but that's all right. Get on the gas nicely. I have the inside line on S. Dot, but doesn't look like he wants to give it up. So I back off just a hair, get on the brakes there at that yellow, turn it in. I want to hold it in the 70s through the first corner of the S's. Now I've got a really nice run into the second part of the S's. Make the nice move on the inside of S. Dot. Make it stick. Get on the gas. Ride that yellow sausage a little bit there. Get back to the inside. Hold it around 123 miles an hour. Take my Ferrari. Throw the brakes. Drop the anchor there at the 150. Going to drop it down a second. Get the car to rotate just a little bit on the apex. Get back into third gear as soon as I can to reduce the tire spin as I come out that final corner. I want to get as much speed as I can coming down the straight. Just past the 150 board, about halfway between the 150 and the 100. I'm going to drop the anchor again, right where that pavement turns dark. Getting on the brakes, getting down to the inside nicely there. I want a good angle coming into this corner. Going to brake there before the white on the right side ends. Nice inside, tight autocross line through that corner. You're going to just lift there. Let the car slowly work its way through that corner and get pointed in the right direction before I get back on the gas. Same for this corner. Just want to get the car turned before I get back on the gas so it doesn't spin out. So Deadhead serves his half-second penalty, and that is just what the doctor orders. I make the pass along the outside. Now he sends it up the inside a little bit, is unable to stick it down underneath Geauxgreddy there. I get back on the gas and leave him in my dust. So lap 2 made 2 positions back that I lost from turn 1 on lap 1. And now I'm only 1.5 seconds off the leader, the Brazilian, who had the 700th second faster qualifying time than I did. So I know I'm pretty evenly paired with the gentleman in front of me. I just got to drive clean, not brake late. As you can see, he brakes late there. He goes in really deep, so opportunity for me to make up some time. As you can see, I cut down his lead from 1.5 seconds to almost 1 as I hit the apex. Now, he's going to pick up a little bit of time on me as he did take that outside line, but overall, he loses about 0.3. So I get on the brakes there again at the halfway between 150 and 100. Keep it down that inside, reducing distance as much as possible, trying to get into that slipstream of his Ferrari so he can suck me forward. Now, I don't know where the new slipstream is. I haven't been watching enough of Key to find out lately, but I'm going to guess it's probably in that 0.8 range or so because it doesn't quite feel as strong from way back here as it used to. But again, he pulls a little bit of lead out of me on there, so he gets his 0.3 back going through that set of corners. But I am not discouraged. I'm going to keep my head down and keep after him, keep the pressure on. As you can see, he just flirts with the edge of the track in the Florida turn. Get back on the gas, heading up the hill. And we are evenly matched through that corner. So that is good. Maybe I'm picking up a little bit of time. Got to be patient here. You can't take it all back in one corner with these cars. If you try, you're just going to brake late, spin, go wide. Just something bad is going to happen. Just got to try and be smooth and carry as much speed as possible. Going up the hill, I grab another 10th off of the lead. Take that corner very nicely as I'm just peppering the throttle just a little bit to make sure I don't get into the grass. Get on the brakes at about the perfect time. Maybe just a hair late, but again, knock a lot of time off of him on that last turn. And I'm picking up speed on the straight. So down within 1 second, heading towards the final lap. I've got a purple sector, so I'm holding the car the fastest lap on the track. And he goes way deep on corner 1. Smokes the rear tires, putting the gas down, trying to stay on the track. Now I'm within 9/10. Now I'm within 8/10. Now I'm in the slipstream. Handle that corner nicely. Off the gas. Let it float through the corner. Just let it roll. Get back on the gas here. Ease into it. It's so hard not to just smash that gas pedal because you need to make up that time, but doing so will just lose you time. Just making up more and more time as I head towards the Florida curve. He goes in deep. Very very nearly loses it right there. I mean, another 2 pixels, and he is spinning off of the track. Nicely done by the Brazilian to save it right there. Again, now I know he's feeling a little nervous after that. That was definitely a butt pucker moment. And he's feeling, you can tell he's got the nerves. He's just going a little light through these corners as I just keep knocking off more and more time. Now within 0.6 of the last corner. But there's not much time left. We're on the last lap. I get on the brakes nicely there. But he again brakes way too late. Goes way too deep into the corner. I get down the apex into second gear. I've got the nose out front heading towards down the final straight. It is neck and neck going towards the finish line. Geauxgreddy and Lombardi. And I finished second. He just noses me out by 0.02 of a second. It doesn't get any closer than that. Tip of the hat to Lombardi. Good race by him. Great job keeping the car from dying in a couple spots there. Made for a really, really fun ending. And so I hope you enjoyed that race after my 13,000 DR debacle. So looking at the achievements here, at the time of this recording, I had 37 poles. I'm actually up to 42 poles in real time. That's right. So slowly moving towards that big goal of 61. Not too far away. Going to be there before I know it, I think. For fastest laps, I'm up to 30. 35 fastest laps. Actually, right now on Kudos Prime is what I've got there for fastest lap. So getting close there. 304 races there. But really at 311 and wins at 29, sitting in real life at 33. So that's what I'm trying for. Then I'll take care of that photos taking thing later after I'm done. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the race. I hope you understand what the heck it is I'm trying to do now, and I hope you come back and watch more videos. If you do, hit the like and or subscribe. I would appreciate it. Until then, until next time, y'all have a great evening. Clean, take us out of here.